Hello, welcome to Homorazzi. Before we get to today's topics, I wanted to ask Tommy about his trip that he's planning for.
First of all, let me set up today. I had no idea we were filming.
Neither did this one.
I didn't either,
the two
actually.
of you forgot you're terrible cast members.
It's because we film like on the every other week, so this one was the week after.
We also get a schedule that says exactly when we're filming, and we all have access to it.
Anyway, I forgot. So last time I said I was going to New York, and so this time I'm still planning to go to New York in 2 days. And it's so weird. I had a full-fledged panic attack today. I don't know why. I just got really anxious about it, and but I'm excited to go.
Because you're meeting to cast a Flash, and it's the biggest
no,
thing
it's
in
not
the
even.
world.
I mean, that's not what I'm excited about. It's just anxious about. It's just about New York. Like,
How long are you going for?
10 days.
Okay, that's
So I'm
a
going
decent
for a
amount of
month.
time. Yeah.
Like the new kid who's gonna get swallowed up from
Yeah,
like,
I
small
kinda
town.
feel like that.
It's not that big a deal.
Well, it is.
It's not.
But it is.
How much are you even doing there?
Everything.
Everything.
Are you getting dressed up?
Yeah, for Comic-Con?
Yeah,
Totally.
as?
Obviously.
Yeah, actually, as what?
As Wonder Boy again. It's a good costume. It's very popular.
Too cheap to get a new one, anyway.
What about you?
Actually, you and I have our news. Oh,
yeah.
We recently won MVPs for our soccer teams in our gay soccer league, which confused people because they're like, how do you have two? But there's 10 different teams in our league.
We were on different teams.
Respective teams. My team won, so it's a little bit more important to be the MVP of that one, but it's all good. We hung out with his claim to fame's Kim Caldwell and Jordan Harvey from the Whitecaps, and we got to show off our stuff to them. So it was really cool to wear our soccer stuff around a soccer player.
Yeah.
He was impressed with me more than Patrick.
Cool. Anyway, well, as you were saying last time I talked about the fact that I was going to LA, and I did
I want to
go.
know everything about it. How was your super VIP
It was fun. I
party?
went, and it was just like a quick trip, but I went to the party, the Big Brother 16 cast party. It was a lot of fun. They were all really, really nice.
Yeah.
I got along with like pretty much everyone.
Except for?
Well, I would say the one thing that stood out in terms of like, okay, this is a little annoying, was when Frankie showed up, Ariana Grande's brother.
I love him.
No, he's great, but like the people in the club just went a little bit too crazy for him, and it was just like, feed us
the gay
was revealed?
No,
Isn't
it's
that-
the gay character in the gay club.
Oh my
Hello.
God.
All right, well, let's move on to some actual gossip. And first up, we have a wedding.
So George Clooney got married to his super smart, super beautiful, super long-legged fiance.
Are you gonna say her name?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I just want to give her the respect she deserves.
I just didn't think you actually know her name.
No, it's Amal.
Al-Muddin?
Al-Muddin.
Al-Muddin.
Amal Al-Muddin.
Perfect. I call this.
So first of all, she's incredibly gorgeous. I love the fact that she's not a ditzy starlet, which is what he usually goes for.
What I liked is what was it, 8 million pounds that was apparently spent on this wedding? It was something like 10 million euros, which is, I don't know what, like 50 million.
It's about 1.5, yeah.
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
insane.
Yeah.
There was like crystals and pearls sewn into her Oscar de la Renta gown and all this kind of stuff. It's nuts.
All right, well, that's all we have for gossip. When we come back, we're going to move on to music. Welcome back. We're moving on to music now. And first up, we have a new music video from Hilary Duff, and it's called All About You.
Think you're all about me, but I'm all about you. Turn the lights down, let me show you it's true. Get a little taste of what I'm into. Think you're all about me, but I'm all about you. I don't wanna keep a secret. This is more than just a little thing, baby, for sure. I can't wait until the next time. Gonna kiss you in the daylight out on the beach.
So I like this song better than her first song that she came
Sure,
back
a
with.
1 is better than a 0.
But
I'll
I
give
don't
you
know.
that.
It's not like...
Good,
Yeah.
interesting, catchy, smart. It's country music dancing because she can't do literally any other type of dance, and that's so basic. That's all she can
line
do.
dancing
Very
that she's
basic.
doing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
It's
that's a
like
perfect
slow-mo.
word
I
for
feel
it.
like after how long she's been away that she needed a big comeback, and she's just kind of like, hey guys,
She's just
I
like
can still
dipping
do-"
her toes
Yeah.
back in. I mean, she can't hold a candle to who's out right now. And
She needs like a
mean-
lesbian sex video to get any attention
her
whatsoever.
teeth are still so big.
I
That's all I can see. That's all I see in the video.
I think
how's her
like
teeth
before
again?
she kind of went off and like disappeared for a while, like her last album was way more sexy, and that's how she kind of finished
She had
off.
an album?
I was gonna say, how do you know songs from Hilary Duff's other album?
All I know is that one about the rain.
Okay.
No, that was before the last album. That was a long, long, long time
And
ago.
that's how relevant
That was
she
probably
is.
her biggest single.
What's
I
it
would say.
called?
Let the Rain Fall Down.
Something, I don't know.
I feel like we have her biggest fan in the studio right now.
don't.
Okay. I like it.
She
I'm not
was
watching
relevant
this
for a
yet.
while, okay?
Yeah, Stuffed
She
by
just
Duff.
went away for a while.
Stuff by Duff.
Well, she went away, like she got married and she had a kid, like she lived her life. And now
Yeah.
that she doesn't have that and her husband is no longer her husband, she doesn't have hockey money.
She's got teeth.
She's got teeth.
Okay.
All right, well, let's move on to the next music video. It's from Maroon 5, and it's called Animals.
Just like animals, animals like animals, move. Just like animals, animals like animals, move. Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals, animals like animals, move. So baby, you think that you can hide? I can smell your scent from miles.
Is it still Maroon 5? Isn't it just like Adam Levine at this point? Like, is there a band
I
that
kind of feel like
matters?
it's Dream Girls, like the Dreams, that it's like what Dina and the Dreams or whatever. But it's still his band. It's like Gwen Stefani.
I was gonna
No
say that,
Doubt.
yeah.
It's the band, right?
That said, you see the band in a lot of her videos and No Doubt stuff. Rarely is it just her in videos. It's just him stripping in this thing at this point.
No, there's a couple shots with the band.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 2,
Okay.
3.
Well, at
I
least
mean,
they're
they
getting paid.
literally
I
threw
mean,
them above.
not the scenes I was paying attention to, let's put it that way, right? So.
What do you think of the video?
I liked the video, actually. I wasn't sure, where it was going, and because I had read some headlines about how gross it is and stuff, but I thought it was actually kind of creative. We were talking about last time some music videos that have no theme at all and just kind of put a bunch of stuff together. At least there was a thought process, and it was kind of cool how they took the lyrics and made it into that.
I don't know if I'm a big fan of Maroon 5. I don't hate them, but they're just kind of there for me, so I mean, whatever.
I've
He's
heard
bloody
the
and
album.
he's attractive.
I
and
like
he's got
this
no clothes.
best out of the other songs in the album right now. And this song is like aggressive, and it does have a story certainly to tell. And the blood thing, whatever. It's mostly just reason to throw over his body naked.
And
make him look
also, it's
shiny.
October. It's Halloween. They need blood in it.
And what do you think about him using his wife in several of his videos now?
gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, good.
Yeah, I think
He's
it's great.
married?
I like that he does that.
I had no idea he was married.
Yeah, it was
To
like
the girl, that
heartbreaker
sounded-
to gay people that he's now off and definitely not gay, like his brother.
All right, that's all we have for music. We're going to move on to movies now. And first up, we have a horror called Annabelle. Check it out.
I don't think what you're experiencing is a ghost.
Sometimes demons can attach themselves to objects.
What do I do? Protect your family. Who are you?
So can we talk about our horror Annabelle as you
A
presented?
horror called Annabelle, not a horror called Annabelle.
Okay, so this, I was excited about this, not for many reasons, except for the fact that a girlfriend of ours, Melissa, is terrified of scary movies, and particularly of this one.
Dolls?
Yes.
And I kept whispering into her ear all weekend and sending her little gifs of Annabelle all over her Facebook wall. So it's freaking her out. This movie had a trailer that came out like a month ago that was an abortion. It was basically just the mom like terrified and this doll like falling over. Like it was a $2 trailer that a girl made in her backyard. This one, however, is like much scarier, and you see that there's a story behind it. And Patrick knows.
Well, it's based off of The Conjuring, so it's a spin-off / prequel to that. So they mention this doll, and they have this doll that you just do not touch because it's like infected with spirits or whatever.
Possessed.
A possessed doll. There we go.
She's an infected whore. So anyway, this doll gets out, blah, blah, blah. People are gonna die. This one does look scary when the better trailer's on.
Yeah.
Anything with dolls
Okay.
scares
Yeah.
out of me.
I used to be so scared of Child's Play when I was a kid.
The dolls that blink are so scary to me.
Scared of the one that you won't even watch it because
Oh, I don't. You know me. I don't go to horror movies.
Yeah,
I spend
no.
most of the time with my thumbs in my ears and my fingers covering. This is how I watch horror movies.
And this is how I talk to you, so I understand what you're saying. You like horror movies
I
more.
do.
so
I
you'll see
actually
this.
especially love watching horror movies with people that don't like watching it.
Because and like, but when I go, I also really let loose. Like, if something is really scary, I will really scream.
Anyway, it'll probably do well. It's getting pushed a lot.
Yeah.
This trailer's everywhere, so it should do well. I don't think it's going to be a brilliant movie, but The Conjuring was awesome, so let's see it.
All right, the next trailer is for The Judge.
Hank Palmer.
Hank, Sheriff White, it's regarding your father.
Biggest mistake of your career and you just happen to run him over?
Forensics found traces of blood on your dad's car.
I sat on the bench in that courtroom for 42 years. This was an accident, period.
We need to establish a firm defense.
There's no we here, Henry. I wish I liked you more.
I can't stay.
You're a lawyer, he is your father. You leave now, you will regret it.
You're a shined-up wooden nickel, Mr. Palmer. I'm going to impale your client on a first-degree murder charge, and you get a front row seat.
My father's a lot of unpleasant things, and murder is not one of them.
So this one is Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall playing father and son. We hate each other. He's dead to me. I'm dead to him. And it's Robert Downey Jr. returning to his old town to, I guess, defend his father after his mom's death.
Well, I think what it is, he's a big shot lawyer, and then his mom dies, and he goes back to town.
And while he's in town,
he finds out that his father, I'm assuming, hit somebody with his car, and now he's accused of murder. So he goes into the court, and he's going to be defending his father, and then the opposite lawyer is Billy Bob Thornton, and he's like, I'm going to bury your dad, and it's weird because his dad was a judge for 42 years. You think he could get away with it?
So to me, I was worried that this was just some like cliche drama about going home thing, but it actually seems to have a lot of aspects of comedy into it, which Robert Downey Jr. is perfect for because he plays both roles, and I love him, and he's hot. Like a lot of people don't like him, but I think he's sexy.
You think he'll do well in the box office?
I think this is on every bus and poster that I'm walking through town right now. So
and everything that Robert Downey Jr. is in actually does really, really well because of Iron Man, because of that. Like that's when
he had a following before it, but now it's
because
tremendous.
So I'm into it. I want to watch it.
It sounds good.
All right, and the last film we're going to check out is Dracula Untold.
I have been waiting an eternity for a man of your strength to arrive.
Welcome to your life.
What is it you are seeking?
I want the power to destroy my enemies and save my family.
There's no turning back.
Drink, Dracula.
Welcome to your life.
So when we were going through the list of movies, I was like, we need to cut something out because we had so many movies. And I was like, let's go to Dracula Untold. And this one's like, it's got a $100 million budget. We have to talk about it.
That was a dead-on impression of Patrick.
As I was saying, I was in LA and I saw billboards for it everywhere. So they're really pushing this one. And I don't know, like I hadn't heard about it before.
No, not at all. This
Really?
This kind of came out of nowhere.
I saw a couple of trailers. I saw a couple of trailers for it, and it stars that guy who was gay and now he's not. I don't know his name.
Luke Evans.
Yes, him.
Why? I don't even know that
closet.
Awful. I already hate it just because of that alone.
Yeah.
That said, it's different. Like it's the untold story of Dracula and how he became it, rather than his story. I know,
another
right?
one.
But this one, the only thing I'm interested in, he's got like crazy superpowers in this. He's not just some like guy who can fly or can bite people. Like he's like killing hundreds of people on the field at times. So I love those kind of X-Men huge epic things. So for that, I like it.
I just don't think I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I don't think I'm gonna rent it. I don't think I'm gonna download it.
I think I'm gonna watch it. I like that it's a bit different than some of the like we've had vampires for years now, like especially in the past few years. But this one, like Adam was saying, is quite different. I think the approach that they're taking and how Dracula comes to be.
I mean, it's like Van Helsing.
It's been done. Let's see something that's got $100 million behind it and see how that goes. So.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, that's all we have for movies. When we come back, we're gonna move on to TV.
These two thoughtful people don't know it yet.
Not bad.
Yes.
But they're about to be set up on a blind date.
Wait a second, that's not her, is it? Oh, poor girl. Oh, that can't get much more embarrassing. I spoke too soon. I'm Peter, it's really great to meet you. Totally going back to my place. Oh God, did I leave porn lying around?
Welcome back. We're moving on to TV now, and that was just a clip from a new show called Manhattan Love Story.
I'm not gonna watch this. Oh my God.
Really?
No. Is that what the entire show is gonna be? Like their inside voices and like 3 seconds of actual dialogue?
But I kind of like it. I kind of like what goes on in someone's head as like it's different. It's something new, right?
You're hearing like the G-rated version of what's going on in your head. Like, oh, that's embarrassing. Would be like, yeah, I totally tits. Like,
Well,
you're not gonna hear that. It's
I know.
So, like,
obviously, you're hearing the G-rated version of it, but it's still kind of it's different. It's funny. I really like the part where he was looking through the window at her and she was picking her nose and then she smelled herself and I was on the floor.
Okay. So Tommy on a first date.
Because
yeah, there you go.
was her at one point.
Yeah. No, it looks pretty cute. I don't know. It is hit and miss. I don't know how long they can do that inner monologue thing throughout a whole series.
I would get annoyed with it after a while, and I don't. I just see this being like a funny little concept for a short-lived show. I don't see this being something.
It's probably going to be like a 12-episode thing.
Yeah,
and it'll be over for mid-season or whatever.
It's no one big either. It's like the guy from Greek or
Guy's
whatever.
hot.
He's okay.
He's cute.
Ugh.
All right, let's move on to the next show. It's called Bad Judge.
What happened? Tequila happened.
All rise. Department 134, the Superior Court is now in session. The Honorable Rebecca Wright, judge presiding.
Please be seated. Do it quietly. I've got a headache, and somebody get me some Gatorade. Mr. Riller, for the charges of bigamy, I sentence you to take a course in feminism, the college of your choice, while wearing this T-shirt every day.
How am I gonna pick up girls?
I think this should be called Bad TV Show.
Ugh. You were waiting all day.
No, oh my God.
All day, literally, like he jumped on that as soon
Say
as
Bad
we
TV
You saw the name, he's like, oh my God, I hope this is terrible. Yes!
So when I started watching this, I was like, wait a minute, is this like Bad Teacher and Bad Grandpa?
Legit.
I thought it was just a spin-off of it. So she's a judge, and she's a drunk, and she parties, and she smells like wine, and she has headaches and stuff, but she passes judgment on people, which is like sassy judge.
It's awful. It's the gorgeous redhead from Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice. And like, fine, she's pretty, but oh my God, this looks terrible. Like, this is not realistic, and even if it's supposed to be a comedy, it's not funny. I don't know why I would watch it.
It's gonna get canceled for sure.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know. I think you'll be surprised.
I don't.
She's got good star power though. Like she's got a.
Her shows have done well.
Yeah, she's got a good following, and I mean, I think it'll do okay. It'll make it to definite 22 episodes.
I will tell you though, her shows are dramas with women like 30 through 50 who watch it. They're not comedian watching people.
Well, you never know. Maybe they want to change something different. That's all.
All right, we have one more new show to check out. It's called A to Z.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
Zelda. I'm so sorry. Have we met before?
Classic pickup line. Andrew Laughlin.
Is your desk always that messy?
Yes! Yeah. The Avalon 2012?
Yeah! Oh my God, were you there?
It's all coming back to me. I remember looking at this girl and thinking, I wish I was here with her. That's why you thought we had met before, because you were that girl. You were wearing a silver dress. This is destiny. This is like the kind of story that people tell their kids.
So we're gonna have kids.
I wasn't.
I'm gonna get this.
Oh, no. Zelda, no.
Actually, I'm gonna go.
Zelda, wait, hold you just 1 second. This is meant to be.
No, it's not.
Well.
Because I wasn't the girl that you saw that night, and I don't even own a silver dress.
I've never had a guy try that hard for me.
Neither have I. Oh, my goodness, neither have I.
So this stars one of my most favorite TV crushes, Ben Feldman, I think his name is. He was on Drop Dead Diva.
He's the main guy in this?
He was the angel. He's so cute, yes.
I barely even noticed him in this thing.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, why don't you explain the show?
It's a show about like people and their awful first encounter, and they kind of have known each other for years, and it's the encounter and the telling of their relationship from A to Z or some bullshit.
And the silver dress.
Oh, good God. This is basically How I Met Your Mother in a different show, because it's the exact same actress as well. She's the mother from How I Met Your Mother, and it's the whole like, let me tell the relationship of our lives. I'm like, she can't even do a different role. That's exactly what this is. And like, she lies about it being fate, and she's a woman who's like a man, and he's a man who's like a woman. Like, I wanted to die. This was bad.
Oh, I thought it was cute.
I think out of all the shows, the new shows that we just talked about, I think Manhattan Love Story, I think, has the most promise. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I think that, okay, I love shows like this. I love cheesy television that everyone else hates because I am a loser. But I don't know. I think I'm going to watch it. I love these kind of little lovey shows. They're cute.
Well, watch them now because they're going to get canceled.
And we have so many like intense shows like Madam Secretary and How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal and all those shows coming back. Why not a little fluff?
How about a funny fluff? That's all I'm asking for. These just, I'm not dying of laughter.
Listen, so you don't know these aren't going to be good. I mean, there have been shows that have come out, like some of them was Happy Endings was awful in the first season, and then it killed it.
It was brilliant from episode 1. You're crazy.
No,
anyway.
it was. I thought it was brilliant from episode 1, but it didn't. Anyways, I'm just upset that Happy Endings got canceled.
All right, that's all we have for TV. We're going to move on to gay news now, and something that's not so funny. There was a major newspaper in Minnesota that actually published this giant ad that is very transphobic. I'll actually read you what the headline said. A male wants to shower beside your 14-year-old daughter. Are you okay with that? And it's basically created a huge controversy because obviously something like that should not be in the paper.
It's ridiculous. This is paid for by an anti-trans group in Minnesota, and I cannot believe the paper let it in, but they're getting a huge backlash for putting in this extremely bigoted.
Well, I mean, of course they're getting a backlash. Like, you can't, I mean, I get why they put it in, like money talks and print is dying, and I'm sure those people paid thousands of dollars to put that ad into like the main newspaper. I'm not saying it's a good thing that they did.
No, I know you're not saying
You know
that, but
what I'm
it's $6,000 worth the credibility of your entire paper.
Well, maybe it was more. I'm probably sure it's more.
So what if someone was like, here's $20,000, I want to have something against black people, like they're gonna do that because money talks? No, they're doing it because it's trans, and that's still like an acceptable, bigoted area.
Yeah, you never know who's in charge of the paper, and maybe they're also in agreement with this ad.
Yeah.
I think it's horrendous. It's getting a lot of people, it's getting attention to it though, and I like that. Like out of terrible things, something good can come. And so I don't think any more papers are gonna be doing this. And the problem is this is a main paper, like the biggest paper in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I hate the way that they worded that, like that headline as well. It's like, that's not what wants.
No, it doesn't even, like, the way that they worded it.
It sounds perverted.
Exactly. It bugs me that this is still, I mean, for us it's different because we get it. We have so many trans friends. Like, I have so many friends who are trans people. And so for me, hearing that, like, seeing this, it's disgusting. But again, it's like, it's not even it. Do you know what I mean? They're totally missing the mark. It bugs me so much.
All right, well, let's move on to the next topic. Adam, do you want to take this one?
So this happened in Aldergrove, which is basically like a rural kind of suburb of Metro Vancouver. And, oh God, it's awful. So a male teacher, put a sticker on a kid's back who was in grade 10 or 11 saying gay. And he was like quieting down the other students, and it was clearly like a prank that he was pulling on him. And so this poor kid, like, thank God he told people what had gone on, because this was all over. There was pictures, people were laughing at him.
Pictures of him.
And so now, though, the point is that the school board, that school district, banned him for 10 weeks from teaching without pay. But then the Ethical Federation, who is like in charge of his certificate, only gave him a 2-week suspension for this.
I mean, okay, so when I have friends come, the thing that pisses me off about this the most is that it happened like here in BC.
Yeah.
Pretty close to here.
Like when you were telling me rural part of BC, I'm thinking like Hope adjacent or whatever, right? But I mean, but Aldergrove is like a hop, skip, and a jump. It's maybe 45 minutes away from Vancouver. So for this to happen there is really, really irritating. Like whenever we have people come in, especially like even as close as Seattle, some people who've never been here before, they're saying, wow, Canada's so liberal, da-da-da. And then you have, I mean, stuff like this happening.
Well, it's shocking because we have Out in Schools, which is in Vancouver, and they go to schools and they talk to students about...
Well, clearly I missed one.
Well, no, I mean, who knew that they had to talk to the teachers about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous.
I mean, and the thing, I don't like how he's so protected.
His union, and be pro or positive, like against or for, let's put it that way, unions, is so strong that he was never going to lose his job.
Yeah.
You work for like, I don't know, Starbucks out of union or just some private company, you're gone in a second if you're doing something like this. This is like essentially like a low level of hate crime and harassment that a teacher to a student. Like this guy gets 12 weeks off of his life for it. This kid's going to have this experience for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Do you think, what if they recommended something like going to some programs?
Oh,
you know
I'm
what
sure
I mean?
he's got some class to
Yeah,
take
he's
that
gonna
takes
take,
3
like,
hours on a Sunday,
yeah.
and he'll be fixed afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is a guy who had like letters in his file against him about other harassment claims against like a girl and yet another young student. He's not a clean rep teacher. Like, this is bad. I can't believe he's still teaching.
Ugh, gross.
All right, let's move on to the last piece of news, and that's actually a lesbian couple in Oregon. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year they were refused service at a bakery when they wanted to get their wedding cake because they were lesbians. But now...
So...
You smiling. I can see you already smiling.
It's so... I love when stuff like this happens because it's so funny to me. So she refused them service because they were lesbians, and now her bakery is shut down because of karma. I mean, it's so funny to me, and she's like all on the news and online and crying her big tears, like, well, you know what? Bake a cake. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to talk to them, didn't have to shake their hands, didn't have to even become friends with them. You take their money and you bake a cake. And now you have no job, bitch.
So to me, karma's not coming up so much as, are you stupid? Lesbians in Portland, that's who you're taking on? Do you know the lesbian force of Oregon? Like, they will murder you in a second.
Yeah.
So, like, they shut this down.
Oh, yeah.
With bans and boycotts and, like, protests and stuff. So, good for them. This woman deserved getting
Deserved it. So funny.
A happy ending and a happy ending to our show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Karma. Is that how you work?
Karma.
Karma.
Fuck, that story's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I had a good chuckle about it.
I'm sure they all did.
Oh, yeah.
I hope some, like, lesbian dildo company moves in there or something like that just to throw it in her
Really
face.
good idea. And every time I think of those closed doors, I was thinking of Bridesmaids.
Yes, right. She gets her
Yeah. Karma.